Hello everyone, this is RaySpace here with the playtest demo of Simple Planes 2. This is available on Steam for about 5 more days. And we have some 80-ish music in the background, this feisty character off to the right here. I'm glad to see a humanoid character, that's always good. And we'll see how it goes. Now, of course, I've had experience in flight sim flying, I've done Kerbal Space Program stuff, but I haven't done Simple Planes 1. Oddly enough, so I'll be trying a Simple Planes for the first time. Now, Simple Planes, of course, is made by the same people who made Juno New Origins, which I did play, so I have some sense of that, but of course this will be completely different. As I understand it, the build thing doesn't work right now, so let me just click on it and see what we've got here. Maybe in this open playtest, the designer is locked down, but you can still load and paint craft to make them your own. Okay, so we could load craft. We can go download craft. Okay, so this is what it looks like when it pops up. And presumably the craft that were made in Simple Planes 1 can work here, but we're about to test that out. So that's quite a collection, huh? I mean, some of these are fairly rare aircraft to get. Some of them are, of course, fictional aircraft, or not-so aircraft, in fact. Oh, let's see how a DC-10 handles, huh? So then it just goes into downloading like this. Okay, so now we've got a DC-10 like this. It's middle button to rotate around, by the way. Do we have enough runway to take off with a DC-10? I guess I don't have the ability to take a look at the actual numbers, so yeah. I can't see the numbers on the DC-10. We're just gonna have to roll with it. Not much of a livery on this one. So I'm just gonna indicate how it flies. I've already mapped my controls, so it's completely different from that. But B should still apply brakes, and it's not applying brakes much. Middle mouse button does panning here. And left mouse button does rotation. It's a nice airport. But if we're looking for realism, of course, I would want to be in the cockpit. So there's also fly out, which I'll inevitably be comparing this to. But since we don't have the build function in this game, I can't really compare it to fly out yet. Fly out, the build function is painful sometimes because it doesn't have an undo. Maybe they fixed that. I'll have to check. Well, that for a DC-10, that would not be a long enough runway, just looking at it. But let's go with it. Maybe some flaps. Do we have flaps? Well, it doesn't seem like we have flaps, actually. Oh, maybe it's fast enough. Oh no. No. Ah. Well, that's about what I expected. Halo rays went splat. So wait a minute, that's me then? So this is me. Hello. So the excited character was in fact yours truly. What are those doing there? I'm not sure this was working out quite right, but maybe I need to invert my controls on the pitch. So that gives me an excuse to show you the control settings. So it's like this, and it reads all your controllers. Oh well, of course for craft I don't, for character I don't have it mapped, but for craft I have it mapped like this. That's the little invert button. So I'll try and click that for the pitch. And then it also reads my flight quadrant just fine, and I throttled up without any problems. So that's okay. But I did try to put down flaps. I did have that map, and we did not seem to have any. So that might be because the builder of the craft neglected to put those. But we'll see. How do I restart? Restart craft Restart craft. Okay, I'm just gonna go full speed. And... well, that makes sense. Okay, so... okay, the yaw seems correct. So... with luck, it was just the pitch that needs to be inverted. We'll see. I have to take off to... well, I could look at the ailerons for the roll, but... let's just do this. Come on. Okay. Nope, roll is fine. Okay, let me see if... no, I didn't want joystick mouse fly. Okay, gear. Gear. Okay. Let me try again with the flaps, but... I'll just press flaps a whole lot. Trim is working. Oh, but it's reversed to how I expect. Okay, so this is apparently actually trimmed down. Oh, approaching restricted airspace and we got shot down. So we only have a very limited amount of area that we can fly in. Well, that's gonna be a problem. Okay, well, restart craft. Let's see exactly where that restricted airspace is. So, this is actually trimming so that you go up. Okay, nice and smooth. So where is this restricted airspace and why can't I? Maybe it's just a demo, but hopefully it's not so limited like some other games. Do we have a map? We don't have a map. The plane feels properly hefty. It accelerates more or less the way I would expect it to. There wasn't a mapping for air brakes in particular. And pressing B for brakes does not bring air brakes out, so there's no air brakes apparently. And even though there are a lot of planes that look like they ought to have weapons, there isn't any keys for weapons. So well, I'm not really buzzing it properly. There's a little lighthouse there. 600 miles an hour. Oh, well, there's the restricted airspace. There's wing flex. Oh, more restricted airspace. No, 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 no. Okay, that's the best turn I can make right there. Okay. Now, without air brakes, there's no way I can slow down easily to land. I can't even extend flaps right now. Oh, wait. Nope. That was just the lighting. Nope. I can't extend flaps. So I'm just going to have to do S turns. Like there's a space shuttle. The flaps might be down to just the fact that the plane maker did not add them. But the air brakes, they only have a brake setting. And I assume those are wheel brakes, since those are sort of important. I don't think those are air brakes, but... well, I can see my shadow there. I wonder if the PAPI lights actually work properly. Well, is there no restricted airspace over here? Maybe it's just close to the airport. I'll stay in landing configuration, barring the fact that I can't lower flaps, as I take a look around here. Oh, nope, there is restricted airspace here. Okay, so we can't go to that cliff edge that I wanted to take a closer look at. It's feisty music. It's good music. Oh, the PAPI lights do work, because they're red now. I just hope it's YouTube safe music. I don't know. We'll find out. Well, we're gonna come in hot compared to how an airliner ought to, but... okay, come on. Oh no! Abort, abort, abort. Maybe I can come in slower. The pressing V does not give me more views. Pressing C... Well, we do have this one, but boy is not ready for showtime. So, let's just stay out here. How slow can I fly and still be good? Because I have no faith that this is made with the exact numbers perfect, you know. Like, if I looked up the stall speed of a DC-10, I don't think I can go with that. Honestly, without any map or nav aids, landing an airliner is probably the most difficult thing you can do in this game right now. Well, I sort of see Pappy lights for that runway, so let's go with that. Okay. Come on, down, down, you fool. It doesn't have tire squeals, so I can't tell when I've actually touched the ground. And the brakes do nothing on this thing. I don't know if there's a reverser, but I didn't see any control for activating a reverser. Let me just see. Max throttle, 0 throttle. There's no reverser. Okay. So maybe I should try a different plane. Maybe this plane doesn't have all the features that I need to fly safely. Well, there are the planes that the game comes with. Instead of downloading a plane, we can try one of those. But because there's no image, I can't really tell from here. Load craft. Oh, okay. Well, there's an F-16. And there's the afterburner. Its flight characteristics are weird, though, to be honest. Seems to need a lot of trim right now. See, I mean, I'm on max trim and it barely goes up. At 0 trim, it starts going down already. Well, inverted. Should we attack balloons? Okay, inverted close to trees. Oh, I should be able to do better than that, but the trim has me a little bit weird. Whoa, it's squirrely. It goes all over the place. Maybe it's like if the F-16 didn't have some sort of fly-by-wire. It does have a aiming reticle, but we have no capability to shoot anything. There's no key map to that. The flaps in this case automatically go down when I pull up. That's the landing gear, not what I wanted. On the flaps key does not extend them, even though we're slow enough. The indicator speed is slow enough, even though I'm on afterburner, I was climbing. So, yeah. Flaps, a bit of a question mark. Brakes, it does have air brakes. So pressing B for brakes extends air brakes on this one. Brakes, yes. Flaps, no. Is this enough to land? It really feels weird flying. It very much has a lot of departures. Like we sort of side slip quite a lot. But brakes are a welcome addition. I can't see the runway anymore. Oh, trees. Okay. I'm pressing brakes. I'm pressing brakes. Gosh, come on. Oh, well, let me just shut that down. Needed 23% just to stay flying there. Okay, well, managed to land. Alright, what's this one? No. Load craft. That's a car. We'll skip that. Okay. We'll see. How does a car work? I'm using WASD. I'm not using my keyboard. I'm using my keyboard. I'm not using the joystick. Well, it drives better than in some car games. So this might be a halfway decent car game, actually. A drifting car game. Okay. What is that? Bugger is a buggy. I'm not going to. We already established that the flight characteristics are pretty good for the cars. Alright, I'll do a helicopter. How does this work? It's an easy mode helicopter. I can already tell. There's actually, interestingly, it's not going forward the way I would expect it to as I lean down, though. Not as much as I would expect it to, but, you know, maybe I'm just messed up because I just flew the F-16. Or maybe it's just sort of slow anyway. Let's see, is it a easy mode helicopter? If it's an easy mode helicopter, I'll be able to land it easy, right? I'll hover myself over to the intersection. Eek. Okay. Oh. Okay. Well, anyway, I didn't die, so. Yep, it's fairly easy, the helicopter here. Not necessarily unrealistic. Some helicopters are like this, and some are much more difficult to control. Competitor. Okay, so that's like business jet. That's an F1, old style F1 race car. I mean, of course, we would like to see the build mode so that we know how to actually make these. Well, the way this is jittering, this feels like a more difficult helicopter. Kicking Fish is a racing plane of a design I don't know. That's what you got? Apache, AH-64. Think, unless I'm confusing it. No, I'm pretty sure. It's one of those. They've got much more complex liveries. That is a Rutan Easy. Long Easy. Why doesn't it seem like the propeller is working? Oh, now. Okay, only when we've got... Okay, well, we'll try and fly this. Only when we've got thrust. Wait, what happened to that plane over there? That business jet is no... Oh my god, I'm completely out of control. Okay, this might have a few problems. Okay, let's redo from start. I think ground handling might be a problem with this one. Don't rubberneck, is what I've learned. Oh, I can't get off the ground yet. Oh, okay. It's like... maybe it's got the torque thing like those World War II fighter planes, but... I don't know. Oh, that runway edge. Ooh. Flop. Okay, we've gotten caught. Oh, that's nasty to do that to you around the edge of the runway there. Also, I would have expected it to be able to take off at relatively low speed. That speed might have been the speed that we should have been able to take off at. Add some trim. Okay, well, 100 definitely. Okay. So, interesting to handle. There's a race course down there is the thing. Okay. Handles pretty realistically. Upside down? Probably should give more resistance to this sort of thing. Can make an F1 turn? Not quite. But has less problem getting close to the trees than some of the other planes, the airliner or the F-16. If we want, maybe I should get some more clearance before rolling over. Inverted next to trees. I mean, I'd say it's more comfortable doing this with this plane than with the F-16, so... But the F-16 was going faster. Oh, there's the border. Okay, well, I won't try to land this because it's really squirrely on its wheels. A Stinker is a pit special. So there's a racing plane, an aerobatic plane. Actually, it feels very stiff considering that. Much stiffer than I'm used to feeling that. This is an F-18. Whoa. Okay. Gain some speed here. It was definitely not happy at 200 miles an hour. But one problem is we don't have the flaps working. Maybe this has flaps? Let's see. Nope. Oh, maybe... Okay, this one does have flaps. Oh, it's like a hold down. This doesn't have flap settings. It has flaps, but not flap settings. Normally, I expect, you know, you press once and then you have it go down to a setting, but... No, it's... You have to continuously hold down the flap key is what it is. Okay. Okay, well... Got it. Well, how fast can we go? We have very limited space here. I don't know if we can break the sound barrier. $700. In theory, that's past the sound barrier. But there's no audible sense of that. I'm gonna try and go up and then plunge down. Well, how high can we go exactly? Oh, this is not the most efficient way to climb, but to climb efficiently we need a lot of space, horizontal space actually. I'm just gonna have it sort of stall out here completely. I mean, that's probably how it would stall. That's probably how it's designed to stall right there. So that's realistic. We do have limited fuel, I know. Oh, why did it flap? Oh, because the flaps auto-flapped on us. I'm trying to raise them. Can I raise the flaps now? It still reads 100% flaps there. Uh-oh. No, I was out of it! I was out of it. So, we can pass the speed of sound, but it doesn't make any special sound distinction on that. And now I'm coming down from... See, I was on the right side! I think. I can't turn... Oh, wait. Yeah, see? I was on the safe side. Evidence. They cheated. Okay. Well, as I descend rapidly, I guess we should take a look at the last one on this list. So that was the Super Wasp. Okay, so this is the Corsair, F4. F4 U4 Corsair. Now, as I let go of the stick, well, it does a lot of automatic yaw corrections, so that's interesting. So alright, I'll leave it here. Of course, there are other planes that can be downloaded that people made in Simple Planes. That's the first one that I got, but maybe flying around with the stock ones is safer. But, you know, yeah, I mean, I would say that the most difficult challenge would be trying to land an airliner on these, but I didn't know about the flaps being continuous like that instead of having discrete steps, so probably should have. That's, I think, the same way it is in Juno. But I still didn't see anything resembling air brakes. I did press B to try and apply brakes, and it didn't extend any brakes like that. So, this is the playtest of Simple Planes 2. There's no obvious problems here that I would report for a demo. But the most complicated feature has to be building the planes. Spawn an AI aircraft, I suppose, if that's we were doing combat or stuff like that. And we can customize character, including the dance. Lots of dances. And different kinds of suits. Airline, Hawaiian, modern. Oh, that's good. No, cancel that. Discard. Okay, so that's possible. And then, activity-wise, there are these air races. If I have that up, I can't control the planes, so. Alright, so that's Simple Planes 2 for now, but obviously additional things will be added as we go along, and I guess it's scheduled for release next year. So with that, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do press like. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below, and I'll see you next time.